World's saddest cat was destined to be put to sleep until something incredible happened. Remember Garfield? Well, of course, who can forget him? The cat's carefree expressions are the first thing that we all noticed after his tremendous confidence. The cat we are about to tell you about got famous for completely opposite reasons, because of his always down expressions and low self-confidence. Our faces tell a lot more than we ourselves can realize. Most of the people aren't good at hiding their feelings. When pain increases much more than our tolerance level and we cannot keep it inside anymore, that's when it starts reflecting on our faces. Doctors can save one's life, but bringing the excitement to live is not in doctors' hands. Same goes for animals. A cat was so disheartened that it didn't want to live anymore. The cat had given up on life until its last moment arrived. Cats are known for their quick and flawless tricks, their stubborn behavior, not caring about anything at all attitude. But recently, when photos of a cat named Ben were shared on social media, many people claimed him to be the saddest cat they've ever seen before. But what made Ben look so miserable, and what happened hours before he was going to be put to sleep forever? An SPCA officer was driving towards his home when he noticed a poor little ginger tabby on the roadside. From a distance, it looked like a stone, as the cat didn't even move a little. The cat didn't seem like it'll survive. Even the officer never saw a cat in such worse condition before. If left behind, this cat wouldn't even survive the night. But what was the reason behind this? The cat was shivering and not purring at all. The officer immediately picked up this cat and put it on the side seat of the car. Instead of heading home, the doctor took a sharp U-turn to save this cat's life. He took the cat to the nearest local vet. When he was hoping for the cat to be treated, the vet came up with sad news. When the officer was filling the form at the clinic, he left the name section blank. After all, he didn't get a moment to think about the cat's name. But it was mandatory to mention the name of the animal, so the officer wrote Ben, and that's how he got his name. He got his name in the most miserable moment. Yes, the cat now had a name, but no scope of survival. The officer was in the waiting area outside the vet's room, waiting for his turn to come. The cat was just breathing and looking at things around him, but not even once did it try to run or move around in the area. When the vet finally called for Ben the cat, it was time to get things fixed. At least that's what the officer thought. The vet took the cat inside, and it didn't take much time to know that there were no hopes left for this cat. Out of all the animals that visited the clinic, Ben was the worst. The vet knew that Ben would require much more help to even have a mere scope of survival. The vet walked out of his room holding Ben in his arms and told the truth about Ben's condition. The vet made it clear that Ben cannot be treated there and handed over the cat to the officer with a card. The card was of BCSPCA's Vancouver Animal Hospital. He told that only these people might be able to save the poor ginger cat, Ben. The vet told the officer to hurry. Ben was in pain, and the officer, who was trying hard to save the cat's life, took the big cat to the BCSPA's Vancouver Animal Hospital. The moment one of the vets got eyes on Ben, he was immediately taken to be treated. Why? Because the doctors understood how critical a situation was, that not even a single second should be wasted. Now the officer was trying to know from one of the vets that what actually happened to the poor cat. He was informed that the injuries that Ben had were the main cause for his life being at risk. He was assured that the cat is in good hands now, and he should head home. But the officer wanted to be sure that the cat will be saved. According to the vets, Ben was attacked by a dog or a bigger animal. The cat had serious wounds, including spinal injuries. He wasn't able to walk because of the spinal damage, and part of his left ear was cut off in the attack. The doctors did all they could, but Ben's struggle was far from over. The danger on Ben's life remained for more than 10 days. The entire veterinary staff was looking after the cat time to time. As it is said, when one's time is bad, even the good attempts go in vain. And the same thing was happening with Ben. Yes, he was in 24/7 doctor's observation, and still his bone caught an infection. So now there was a bone infection also to be taken care of. The veterinary staff gave Ben a new nickname, Benjamin Button, for the poor cat used to drag himself from one place to another slowly. Ben looked like one of the oldest of all the animals in the hospital, but that wasn't correct. The cat was not old in age, but by heart he was. Once the cat was out of 24/7 observation, Ben was put up for adoption. His caregivers tried hard to make the cat feel better, but it looked like Ben already made up his mind. He chose an old style of living, least interested in toys, and mostly looking depressed. In these circumstances, finding a new home seemed almost impossible. Anyone who would have adopted Ben had to walk an extra mile, as the cat had several strict medical requirements that could not be neglected for anything. Ben's name was in the adoption list, but why would anyone take this big step of taking a heartbroken cat home? In an effort of getting Ben a forever home, his caregivers uploaded his images on their hospital's Facebook page. That's where people started supporting the thought that Ben was probably the saddest cat they've seen so far. Ben's fate was fastly heading to the end phase of life, and it looked like that cat had sensed it. As Sandy Windover, a veterinary technician, recalled in an interview, he was so broken and tiny and thrown away like no one wanted him. Ben was unable to live without morphine, and even if someone took him home, they finally had to return him to SPCA. To live a peaceful life, Ben has to be taken care of by a trained professional. But no such person took a step to save Ben. After all the attempts went in vain, the SPCA had to follow procedure. As there were least hopes for Ben to be adopted, the SPCA took the only option left for Ben. They decided to put the cat to sleep, as there was no forever home for him. What came to the whole staff as a surprise was Ben's reaction to this decision. Miss Windover told in an interview that it was a challenging thing to find Ben as forever home, because the cat was so broken and so sad. She even went on saying that it felt like as if the cat knew its fate and accepted it, as it looked like Ben was ready to be euthanized, as there was no forever home for him. As the day to euthanize Ben was looming, the cat gave up food and water. He was always lying in the corner hiding from everyone. It seemed like he was waiting for the date to arrive so that he can be freed from this long suffering. It was very clear that he gave up on life. Nobody would believe that Ben was just 2 years old, too young for all the pain. Cats and dogs stay most active in the first 4 years of their lives, and looking at Ben felt like he's already lived for ages. But did he? No. The euthanasia date was just 24 hours away, and people were bidding their goodbyes to Benjamin Button. Within a short time of 2 years, Ben had faced so much that his body had scars at different everywhere, and his eyes were these oceans of sorrow. Anyone who looked at the cat felt pity for him. When everyone thought that soon Ben's life was about to end, in reality it was about to change. Less than 24 hours before Ben was to be euthanized, Sandy Windover convinced her beloved Adam Tutt to let her bring Ben home to give the cat one chance to live. Adam, who himself loves animals, was ready to bring the cat home. They could see what others can't see in Ben, a mere hope to live. We decided to adopt him because he's just a baby, and we believe even if animals are broken or not normal, they deserve a second chance and a loving home, said Windover. What she saw in the 2-year-old cat was not wrong, and time was going to prove it. Sandy and Adam took Ben to their home and gave him a place near the bathroom. They had other cats too, and they knew that they'll need time to adjust with the new member of their family. Ben the cat, who never even moved or purred, suddenly changed, and Sandy and Adam never expected what happened next. Ben didn't even take an hour to settle. He was purring and making every possible effort to gain other cats' attentions. He looked like a completely different animal. I like to think he knew he was safe and had his forever home at that moment, recalled Windover. Ben was never this cheerful before. Ben found his home, and now he was not going to stop. The vets who said that Ben could never walk again were taken by disbelief. Ben was trying to chase other cats, and this showed his willingness to be able to walk. The cat used to crawl everywhere with curiosity. Slowly and steadily, Ben regained enough strength to walk, and within months, the cat, who was a day away from being euthanized, was now not only walking and running around the house, but also jumping and climbing the cupboards. "He's gotten much more adventurous and wants to explore and smell everything," said Windover, who was amazed to see Ben's improvement. Well, if this is not surprising enough for you, let's just tell you that this saddest cat was yet to inspire the world. The saddest cat over the internet still looks sad because of the excess of facial skin. But his actions are now making thousands of people smile every day. Ben's guardians made his account on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and Reddit, and he managed to grab attention everywhere. Want to know his number of followers? As I'm writing this, Ben has more than 318,000 followers on Instagram and more than 40,000 followers on Facebook. With over 800 Twitter followers, which is far more than most of us, Ben is certainly on a roll. Ben inspires different organizations daily. Instead of euthanizing animals how they deserve one chance to live life, Ben enjoys outings and dislikes regular cat food. The cat is usually busy trying to convince his owners to let him grab a bite out of what they are having. Ben's owners have used this overwhelming popularity of their cat for the right thing. As Ben is quite popular on several social media platforms, his guardians initiated a GoFundMe campaign. Within a month's time, the campaign had raised $28,010. While the initial goal was $10,000, the campaign was shared more than 1.9 thousand times on Facebook. Too much, right? Pictures of Ben get shared across the globe every now and then. Ben's pages have been attempting to raise awareness about animals who are found in severe conditions as Ben and how, with emergency care, love, and proper nourishment, they can be saved. Ben, the cat who himself stood face to face with death, is today giving other animals like him a new life. Vets who said that Ben will not make it later accepted their mistake. Ben's story is one that tells us to not give up on life, because each living being is equally important. Indeed, everyone deserves a second chance, but not everyone is lucky enough to get it. Ben was not only lucky enough to get this chance, but also he grabbed this opportunity to live a better life with both his hands. Love, faith, and actions can change everything, even one's fate, and Ben is a live example of it.